A grand welcome was given for suspended MLA RajaSingh at his residence in Mangalhat. Supporters of RajaSingh have gathered outside his residence and the supporters there chanting Jai Shri Ram. And we have visuals of that on your screen right now. As you can see, he is being supported and celebrated by those supporters in a show of strength. Supporters outside his home and a grand welcome for the MLA. Now, going back to Swastika with more context on this. Swastika, we are seeing tension simmering in the area, and now a welcome of this sort may not sit well with the opposers and people from the other faction. So tell us about the additional measures that are being put to contain the tension. Do we expect a Section 144 in the city soon?
Whether that will be imposed or not, that is something that the police officers are still considering. But yes, considering the volatile nature of the entire incident, because it has become a fight between different communities, so as to speak, and RajaSingh was in fact given a rousing reception, not just outside his residence in Old City area of Hyderabad, his Gosha Mahal MLA, remember, he was also greeted with slogans outside the Nampally court immediately after he was given that bail by the court. So there are one-sided supporters for RajaSingh who claim that even if he's been accused of using a derogatory slang against the Prophet, there is also the argument coming forth from the other side that there were videos of MIM leaders also chanting slogans against the Hindu community. So it has become a battle of community, so as to speak, and considering the nature of or the sensitivity of the entire case, the police officials here are not taking any risk. In fact, they are not allowing any kind of gathering also, but Section 144 as of now has not been imposed. But there is tight vigilance, especially in the Old City area of Hyderabad. There is tight security deployment outside RajaSingh's house as well. He has been asked not to step out, and RajaSingh has also decided not to interact with the media for the time being to avoid any further skirmishes. On the other hand, you have areas like Charminar, Shalibanda, Gulzar House, which saw sporadic protests yesterday. Police deployment have been put in here as well. So for the next few hours, as we are given to understand, there is going to be tight vigilance over the matter unless the protest and the unrest subsides on its own.
Swastika, also can you take us through the political reactions that have come in? The BJP immediately suspended the MLA. He had earlier attacked comedian Munawar Farooqui as well. But what are the political reactions coming in from not just BJP's own party, but from other parties as well?
Well, to give you a quick recap of how this entire case unfolded, remember Munawar Farooqi's event, just days before that, RajaSingh had issued multiple threats saying he's not going to allow the event to take place, he's going to disrupt the event. Eventually, he was taken into preventive custody. Munawar Farooqi's event went on peacefully, and this happened on the 20th of August. Yesterday, RajaSingh had released a video, day before yesterday, I beg your pardon, he had released a video. It's a 10-minute long video where he's allegedly heard leveling different kinds of derogatory slurs against the Prophet and the Muslims, and this did not go down well, certainly with the community. And after that, there were sharp reactions both online and offline. One of the first few persons to react is Asaduddin Owaisi, MIM chief. He said that he attacked the BJP, saying it has become sort of a one-man policy of the BJP to target the Muslim community, to deride them, to mock the Prophet. He said, fight with us politically if you want the state of Telangana, but don't resort to this kind of quote-unquote dirty politics and spew hatred. That was the version which came from Asaduddin Owaisi. The TRS also on its part, remember, swooped into action by immediately arresting RajaSingh. Hours after that particular video went viral, and they also threw their weight behind Asaduddin Owaisi's claim, saying this kind of quote-unquote cheap politics will not do well in the state of Telangana. As far as the BJP is concerned, it is very important to note that the BJP suspended Raja Singh pending inquiry. He has been asked to give a reason. He has been slapped with a show cause notice, asked to give a reason by the 2nd of September. But the party on the whole has not commented on the issue. They have done it via action is what their stand is. They are not going to dive deeper into the issue. They have also maintained that the comments made by the BJP, by the MLA here is his individual standpoint and does not endorse the party. So that is why there has been a strict clampdown on Raja Singh as far as BJP is concerned. And BJP, let me tell you, in Telangana is completely focused on the elections that are slated to happen in Munugodu. So right now the party does not want any kind of deviation from this, and that is why they have also been focusing largely on the detention of Bandi Sanjay, Telangana BJP chief, that happened yesterday.
Well, Swastika, Raja Singh is a two-time MLA from Goshamel. He's also known as a fierce Gaur Rakshak. Can you tell us more about his political career and, his stronghold on the city?
Well, his line of controversies and his political career have sort of been directly proportional to each other. Raja Singh is a BJP strong leader as far as Telangana is concerned. Remember, back in 2018, he was the only MLA who was elected to the assembly as far as the BJP is concerned. After that, the number did go up to 3 following the by-polls which took place in Dubaka as well as Huzurabad. But he is considered as a strong leader, especially because he has a den in Asaduddin Owaisi's bastion. This is the old city area of Hyderabad, and Raja Singh has been a 3-time MLA, and he has in fact strong supporters in the city. So if you look at the political career of Raja Singh, he is certainly a strong man for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and is also likely to play a role as we run up to the elections next year. But for now, the party is very strict about the disciplinary action and they do not endorse his opinion. That's the reason why he has been suspended pending inquiry, has to deliver, give an explanation to the party high command by the 2nd of September as to what was the reason he did a video like this. But as far as the Telangana political dynamic is concerned, Raja Singh is an important leader. However, he does have his own share of controversies. This is not the first time he has quoted controversy. Even in the past, remember, he has been instrumental, or rather extremely vociferous against different communities, and has time and again quoted controversies and raised eyebrows over his slur.